Welcome to our very first build episode in a series that's going to show us turning this 𝐼𝐻𝐸 NPS truck into the ultimate expedition vehicle to house our family as we travel around Australia.
Good job.
Good work, Rex.
We've been exploring in a caravan for the past 8 years, and it's time to shake things up. This 11-foot camper we're building has to house 2 adults and 4 kids. We're literally starting from the ground up, so sit back, grab a beverage, and come with us on our new adventure. Proudly supported by Anaconda. Alright, welcome to our first build episode of our 𝐼𝐻𝐸 NPS camper truck. Anyway, over the past week we've sort of taken Susie out of her previous life, the previous setup, and starting to get ready for the new truck camper to put on the back. And today is a very special day because we are going to pick the camper itself up, literally in a flat pack form, aren't we?
Yeah, hasn't started off the best.
No.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Anyway, there's a lot of work that goes into before this point right here, isn't there?
A lot.
So whilst we navigate the Brisbane traffic, we're going to get up there. We'll show you what we've done to get to this spot before we pick everything up. We're going to take you right back to the start of our journey to sell everything and go down this new path. It all started a year ago when we did a month-round trip through the Canning stock route and surrounds in just our truck and rooftop tent. This month had to be our happiest we have ever been on the road, and by far the best trip we've ever done. It was because everything was a challenge, new and just exciting. So off the back of this trip, we decided to keep on that theme and change the setup to live out of the truck, which is where we set out doing our research on construction methods, materials, etc, etc. After nailing down what we wanted and the quality we were after, we settled on a composite panel. Alright, so a big part of this build for us is planning, and we're full-time travelling at the moment, and it's very hard for us to physically go into a company and see panels, trims, all that sort of thing to do with the camper body. We got onto a company called StyroMAX, and they actually have a little pack they sent out to us. We picked it up in Karratha, and it's got all the trims and the panel itself, just so we can see what we're getting ourselves into before we actually physically build this thing. They got flooring, composite flooring, all the channels that you can play around with and put on your little caravan. So yeah, it's actually been really handy for us to get a bit more of a knowledge of how it all goes together and how things connect, and the actual panel itself, which I never thought the foam would be that hard inside, but it is. Even down to like door trims and seals. Yeah, so from this point it makes it really easy for me to sort of finalize a bit of a design, and yeah, with all the thicknesses and the flooring thickness, all the external trims we're going to use from this little package, makes it so much easier for us to finish our plans, I guess. The next stage of this build for us was to finish our sketches to send to StyroMAX. We spent a lot of hours sketching things out and brainstorming where and what appliances to use. We had to think of everything we could so the physical build stage would go together without any hiccups. The next step was to have design meetings with Samantha and John from StyroMAX to tweak and discuss our design, which worked out great because their knowledge of their product meant they could see issues with our design and gave us options that would work better. We had 3 teams meeting in total. First was the initial design meeting. Second was for any amendments, and the third and final meeting was to run any services in the walls for electrical wiring, etc, etc. The whole process was pretty seamless.
We are here. We made it through the Brisbane traffic, and we're just coming in now.
You excited, Lennox?
Yeah.
What about you, Ollie?
Excited.
You are. So yes, it was a long journey to get to this point. It's about a year in the making. We've gone with StyroMAX, and we did a lot of research into panels and expedition trucks and all that sort of thing. And these guys came out sort of a clear sort of favourite for us. So we're just going to get ourselves sorted and then head in. As soon as we got into the showroom, the boys found the toy trucks. And at this point, it really hit us what we were about to do.
So first up, we're going to do a little factory tour, which is pretty cool. It's so funny, like we've spent months and months dealing with Samantha and John and like seeing them over like FaceTime or like meetings and stuff. So it is nice to actually meet them in person. So yeah, we're going to do a factory tour, and hopefully Nick understands a lot more, because we're about to put it together ourselves. You gonna pay attention, Nicky?
Yeah, we've got to put it together after this, so getting a crash course. Elenia and I love learning new things, and listening to John and Samantha talk us through their products and factory was a real treat. The knowledge these guys have was immense, and gave us a better understanding of what was to come in this build. So it's a pretty interesting process. We've just come from the shed with all the raw materials like the foam, the fiberglass and all that sort of thing. And then this shed's where all the magic happens. And essentially, the fiberglass gets rolled out on here. The foam gets cut on that big CNC machine there. It's massive. And then it comes to these tables where it all gets vacuumed together. And then from this table it goes to the CNC where all it gets final cut.
Up with the vacuum lifter, over to the CNC for cutting the tape.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cool process, eh?
Yeah, very clean factory.
Oh, you can see all the glue.
Yeah, so the excess adhesive is getting pushed out of the panel.
That's an important step.
You don't want too much in there and you don't want too little. Right ratio.
Seeing how these panels come to life, we thought was very interesting. From the massive vacuum tables to the CNC machines doing their bit continuously, but we were here to pick up our camper and get it back to base camp to physically start our build. The dry run, you did the dry fit. That's the dry fit that these guys did. So it all goes together. Yep. So it's my fault or our fault if we get it wrong.
Well, it all goes together.
All right, Lennox. How's it gonna go?
It's gonna be like this.
What do you think to that, bud?
Good.
Do you reckon
It's little.
It's little, yeah. How are we all gonna fit? Do you reckon that'll be enough room for us all?
No.
No? Uh-oh.
Here's a pop-up.
Yeah.
Well, we backed Susie in to load our small camper, as Lennox just called it, so we could start heading south. We still had a 5-hour drive back to base.
All right, time to go on the truck.
So it's nearly up there, we're nearly there. Just got to strap it down after this, but
Line it up.
they did show us a picture. They dry assembled it before we got here. It was pretty cool to see it all.
I know, I'm a bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous how it's gonna look on the truck. It's not about the look, but like then you walk in, like if we're gonna have enough room.
What are you saying, we've stuffed up?
Well, I don't know yet. We're about to find out.
But anyway, in all seriousness, these guys have made it a pretty easy process for us the whole way, haven't they?
Oh, like
Yeah.
a lot easier, which is good.
Yeah.
I am glad because I wasn't too sure it was actually going to fit. I felt like it is like a little bit longer than the tray, but I wasn't too sure. It looked very big on the floor.
No faith, Elenia.
I know, but I would help you tie these on, but I think...
You don't want to be to blame if it falls off.
No, I don't. So I'll just watch you.
We're nearly there anyway.
We are nearly there. Strap it down and then...
It's hard to think that's going to become a camper, isn't it?
I know.
It's cool though. Once we all strapped in, we said see you later to StyroMAX and started the drive home. 5 hours steam home, and then I think we're going to have a 6 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Probably 7 or 8 by the time we have a few wee stops in there. And then we're into it, Elenia.
I know. I am nervous.
Anyway, we're going to get this drive done and we'll see you back in hometown to start building.
Yeah, New South Wales.
This is what a shed's supposed to look like, isn't it? Crap everywhere at Mum and Dad's. We've just come to get all my old building gear that we haven't seen in about 6 years. It's still here, look. Look at that, Elenia.
Will she fit?
Oh, definitely not. Look, tape measure and everything.
Look, here you go.
Do you reckon it'll fit? I used to be a, on the tools I was a chippy. Yeah, doesn't exactly fit.
Awkward.
Anyway, we're just, we got back the other day and we're just getting all our stuff ready to start this build. And we need tools to obviously do it, so.
As long as you're wearing this, you can do anything, don't you?
Yeah.
Build a house, anything.
Oh, geez, look at that.
Look at that.
That doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Put hands on hips, stand around.
Yeah, supervisor. I'm getting ready for my supervising role.
The crew's coming to help. Lennox, your first job, mate. We've got to make the work area clean and tidy.
Nick, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Alright, through this whole build, the boys are going to be included because it's their home, and you actually want to help, don't you? Yeah? Alright, so our first order of business, yeah, is a subframe. But we've got these little jack stands here we're going to set out in 4 corners, and then put the subframe on that, and that's where we're going to build everything from. Yeah? Sound good? Alright, you put a jack in 4 corners, and then we'll put the rest of the subframe on top. Oh, you broke it. Alright, put that there, mate. Go next, I've got it next, go next to pin. Up that side. Yep, and it'll come down and you've got to hold it. You got it, boys? You got it? Alright, bring it this way. Good work, boys. Yep, alright. I might bring it this way and rest it on these first, and then I'll come down and help you. So if you lift it back up. Yep. Good work. Yep, lift. Walk this way. Alright. Rest it on here. And hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Lift it up, Finny. Good work, Lennox. Done. Good work. High five, boys. Boom. Boom. You're making sure she's level.
She's spot on, Nikki.
Is it? Are you sure?
I promise it is, look. Do you want me to try somewhere else?
Yeah, just send it around and then even that way.
Do you just go up and then...
Yeah. So we're just making sure it's level, so we've got a nice platform to work with. So hopefully everything follows that on the way up in the build.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Alright, what's that?
Oh, the bubbles that way a bit.
Oh, so which hand's got to come up, Elenia?
Well, that's either got to go down or that's got to come up.
Yeah, good work. Look, you are a tradie.
Yeah, it's pieces pit. Oh, how hard is it to get it level?
It's actually proving a little bit difficult, Elenia. It doesn't have to be level because, there we go.
It doesn't have to. It started off having to be level and now it doesn't.
It's got to be close because then everything will work properly. But like, when from what I gather, building these, everything it's just square. It doesn't have to be plumb and level, you know, because all the walls. Anyway.
Yeah, if we have an off wall, it doesn't matter.
We'll get it close.
We spent a little bit more time getting everything spot on level, checking the diagonals to make sure it was square, and making sure every surface was flat and straight, especially the outside members that the camper walls will eventually adhere to.
So we've got all our chassis, I guess you'd call it, nice and level, flat. We've made sure all these sides are dead eye, and the front's there. And what that'll mean is our walls will follow a straight run. There won't be any of this sort of thing happening. Check the diagonals to make it square, like make sure it's square. It's within 1 mil, which is very good for alley. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to drill some service holes through these because it's going to be a lot easier to do now than when we put the flooring on. We have a washing machine sitting here and a shower at the back, so we need to get the grey water, I guess you could say, through the chassis and out to the back where a grey water tank will be. So we're going to mark these out now and drill some holes with a hole saw, and then also some electrical for some electrical conduit. And then after that, then we're ready to go for a bit of prep on the alley for our floor to go down. Alright.
Where do I flick it?
I don't know, where do you flick it though?
Where am I putting it on?
Just that center line one.
Not that.
No, that one.
That one?
No, the center one with the C on it.
Okay.
You gonna flick it or am I?
You flick it.
No, you flick it, you're the master flicker.
I'm not the master flicker.
Done. Just like that. A bit of an inside joke, when we were building our house, Elenia was the flicking girl.
I was.
With this build, we're trying to think a few steps ahead to make it easier down the track. So we went through and cut all the service holes we could.
Good work, Elenia.
So it saved crawling back under there when the flooring went on at a later date.
We've got our 38mm hole saw, and we're just going to burn through these for our surfaces and then swap over to a 12mm or a 13mm hole for our electrical conduits. And we're just going to clean all the holes up here with a bit of sandpaper and a block. Get rid of all the burrs. And then that's all our holes for our services in a nice straight run. So all our wiring and pipe work under here is going to look schmicko. There's a fair bit of planning that goes up even into the chassis to this point. You sort of got to know where you're going to run everything, how it's going to connect to the tray, because this is a lift-off camper, and I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, it's not just sort of get it, whack the sheets on and be done with it. To make it sort of easier for your later on steps, you got to forward think just a little bit.
We scuffed the top and the side surfaces of the aluminium base, so the glue had a bit more to grab hold of when it came time to glue the sheets down.
Alright, before we go any further, I'll show you how we're going to fix this down to the tray. So this little cross member here is how we're going to fix it, and the guys at Muras who built this frame for us, they actually pressed nuts into a bit of tubing and then welded that tubing to this alley. So it's going to screw up from underneath the tray with 2 bolts each corner. So 8 bolts are going to, high tensile bolts are going to hold this down to the tray, so there's nothing on the side, nothing to get caught when we're going down tracks and all that sort of thing. Everything will be hidden underneath it, which will look pretty good, I reckon. Soaking. That's all you got to do, wipe it all off. Look, it's surprising how much crap's on it. And that would hinder the glue that we're going to use to stick it down, because there's no fasteners in this floor, it's just held down by glue. So you got to make sure it's nice and clean. She's back. We got her back.
We got the muscle back.
Ready just in time for the cream, putting the floor on.
Oh, the cream. This is going to be the tricky part.
No, it's not.
All right, what are we doing?
So what we're essentially going to do right now is put these boards. This is a Styro floor, HD. The HD stands for heavy duty. And it's a 19mm composite panel with no timber or anything. So if water gets underneath or spills or in somewhere, it doesn't affect this.
which I learnt during the factory tour. So just waterproof, he said?
Waterproof.
Waterproof.
Yeah, and light. Like if you picked up this, like...
Ooh!
Compared to like a 20mm ply sheet, this is much lighter. This is the glue we're going to use to stick it down. It's called 𝐿𝐻𝐿 MS939. And this is black to go with the floor. We've just had them sitting out on the truck just to warm up, and that makes it more flexible when you're laying it out and all that sort of thing. So we're going to put this in the goop gun, then lay some beads, and then stick it on, alright? About that. Over the whole lot. Like that. Good work.
Good job.
Good work, Rex.
Good job, Moo. Good job.
Good work, girl. Oh, no. Look at
Have
that.
I stuffed it?
Our floor is going to pop.
Oh, Mickey, don't say that.
Finn, don't touch the stuff. Boys, just stand back.
Ah!
Penny's on. And you got to watch the
Don't touch. Go round and round.
Good work, boys. All right.
Okay, make sure your little fingers don't get caught.
All right, I'm going to put my end down first. Yep. Like that.
How do we go, boys? We nailed it. Another one.
Square as. Yeah, watch out for the black. You just did it again.
Ollie, don't touch anything. Just move back and correct. Just give me 1 minute.
As you can see, it's definitely not easy building a camper with kids around. We spent more time cleaning glue off their hands than we did laying the actual floor sheets.
I don't know if you can see that. You're about 10mm off the line. It's got to be on that line.
Oh, the line, sorry.
What do you think we'll just
Oh, Mickey.
hard to find good help.
It's going to be a quiet couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's very tight, wasn't you?
Yeah.
We had to rip down our last sheet in half to fit the aluminium footprint of the camper. Any fine dust particles aren't good for you, so we cut outside and 𝐿𝐻𝐿 and the boys were well clear.
That's it. And we sent 𝐿𝐻𝐿 and the boys away because any fine dust is not good for anyone. And we tried our best there with the vacuum and all that, trying to suck it up, and I've just given it a vacuum and the wind's actually coming through pretty quickly, getting rid of everything. So, but anyway, I'm going to throw some clamps on the outside and then some weights on the middle just to hold it all down in place while it sets overnight. But I think we have a floor. How good is that? That's so simple and easy when everything works. Lucky we got everything square and everything at the start. Bit of legwork at the start always helps the end result.
Nick did an awesome job. I've sort of been the supervisor. And tomorrow we're going to do the flooring.
And possibly start the rest of the shell body.
There's no rest of the wicket, is there?
No. We've traded the travelling life for the shed life,
I
eh?
know. It's a bit different scenery.
I know, and the kids' chairs.
I know, the mouldy chairs.
We come over this morning and just de-clamped everything. It's actually looking pretty good, the floor. So today we're going to put our floor coverings on and start the actual sort of shell build, I guess. But first, a coffee without the boys. How do you think it's all going so far?
I don't know, it's good. How's it going?
Yeah, I reckon it's going pretty well.
Yeah?
We've only done a couple of hours, but a couple of hours has gone well. I chose the floor coverings too. When you're away, do you like them?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, I don't know. I'm really hard at like picturing things, so we're just gonna, it's too late anyway.
Too late, it's bought, yeah.
Yeah.
With our foreman Finley up and ready to go, it was time to lay some flooring. We went with a hard-wearing vinyl, contact glued straight to the camper's floor. The idea here is to clean both surfaces thoroughly and apply the contact adhesive to both surfaces.
So what we've contact adhesive, you just put a layer on the floor, and then we'll put a layer on the back side of our vinyl that we've got there. So it just needs to be even, and then you let it tack off for 10-15 minutes, so you can touch it like this, and then you've got to join the two. But we're going to just put this on now. I'll show Finley how to do it, and then he can get something like that. And all you do, roll. Actually, let's just, how about we do this?
Can we roll the fingers?
Sure, Min. That's better. And you're just going to roll it out. Yep, you tip a line along there.
Going there. Ooh.
Oh, stop.
Ah! Go, Dad!
Maybe we'll just wait a second, eh?
Good job, mate.
Good job, mate.
How was it supposed to be my
That's
hand?
Ooh.
That's how it's supposed to happen, was it?
Yeah.
Do you want to go and wash it? No, don't put it on your pyjamas. Yeah, put it on the front of the caravan. Good boy.
Idea is to do the same on this, so
It's going to be hard to flip it back over.
this.
Ooh!
Should be right. Hoping. And what we've got to do, we've essentially got to pick that up and put it on top of this, but we don't want it sticking on. That's tacked off. So we'll just put a couple of stops in here, and then we'll pick that sheet up and boom, straight on.
I feel like this might be tricky.
It's probably, yeah, it's probably easier said than done. Vinny, just wait, mate. It's right. Oh, don't touch that thing. Pin, let go, put it in. Don't let it touch down. Alright.
Finny, can you
Yeah, Finn, you hold that.
pull that bit out? No,
Finn, hold that
pull it out.
bit up. Let it touch, no, let it touch, no, let it touch! It's touching!
No!
No, don't, take it back this way.
Finny, come on here.
We're going to get more hands. That was nearly all over. It touched right here. Stuck together. That's not what we want.
Pull.
I should get up.
Pull, sir.
Actually, can't stick that. Nothing.
Stop there, move too much. Come on, take it back a bit.
Yeah.
It's not straight there.
And then if you got, pull it out.
In the middle.
Yeah.
What's this there?
Then you come over in the middle of then it pops
What's
up.
happening there?
Oh no, don't let it stick off.
It's stuck.
Nicky,
Quick.
Nick, just make a decision and put it down there.
No, I can't unbundle the wall. It's done. I've got this end up.
Yeah, what do you want that?
It's just.
Yeah, I know, but the more we're...
I know. Okay. Is it still stuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ben, can you
It's alright, I think he'll...
No, let's just bring it over.
Wait a minute. It's stuck.
Yeah, that's alright. I'll if we hold it tight
Go, hold it tight.
and then bring it over this way. No, a little bit dull. You come. We're gonna lay it down or come this towards me, and then we'll just
Lay down.
yeah. And then I'll try and.
I'll hold it.
That's alright.
Laying the flooring didn't exactly go to plan, but we got there in the end. All we had to do now was run a knife around the perimeter to cut away the excess and get rid of the multiple air bubbles we put in it.
Well, I think that is gonna be it for this episode. Flooring's all down, everything's ready. As you can see, we're just about to put some panels on. So we're gonna love you and leave you and see you next week where we're gonna complete this whole shell.